we've gotten traffic, we get leads. Now we obviously have to start making sales. Now there's a lot of stuff I could cover in sales, and you can watch some of my other YouTube videos on that, or you can go to Elite Universities and link below. I have tons of trainings. But when we're talking about sales, the number one thing you want to get is they're going to move forward ASAP. They have money and they do not need a spouse's permission. Okay. So the biggest questions, the way you get someone to commit to this is you don't tell them. You don't say, hey, you're going to commit today, right? You ask the question that gets them to say the thing you're wanting them to say. So sales is all ethical manipulation. I've done it for a long time. I've done door-to-door sales. Highly recommend if you've never done it. But the main thing I try to do here is I say, why now? Why today? Why is it even important? Like, why don't you just do it in a year? I'll say that as a question. So that's question number one, is it's why now? To get them to commit that they'll move forward by the end of the call, right? Because if I can get them to admit that today is better than in a year or in a month or in 2 weeks or whatever, like at the end of the call, I can bring that up. Hey, you said moving forward today would be the best move. If it's a fit, what's the deal? That's number one. Number two is then I figure out the opportunity cost. This is huge. So if I'm selling someone business consulting, and let's say you get on a call with me, you say, hey, Tanner, I've been seeing your YouTube videos. I've been seeing your content. I really like it. I've been thinking about you for a year to work with you. Okay, well, let's say in a year, my average client who works with me one-to-one adds an additional $600,000 of revenue, right? So that means you've lost $600,000 minimum by waiting a year to work with me. That actually helps move the sale forward, because they get to the end and they still hold off on time. You go, look, you've already lost $600,000 by waiting a year. Why would you want to wait any longer? That's super critical to this part, to sales. I get those commitments in discovery. So at the end of the call, if they give me any pushback or they say, hey, I'm not willing to move forward, I can close them by bringing this stuff up. That's the most key part. If you need more sales objections or training, there's a link to my free university below. Check it out. Okay. Super hope it helps you guys a lot. Now, after sales, we want to move directly into automation. Now, one of the biggest issues I see with some of my clients when they come to me is that they have zero automation in their business. Now, personal touch is always going to supersede anything. Meaning, if I met you in person, or you came to my house, or we had dinner, it's more likely that you buy from me than if we just talk over Instagram or chat, or you see my YouTube video, right? But you need to have automations in your business to help with follow-up and nurture. So the first thing you want to do is you want to have emails that go out to your prospects. So if you click on any of my links below, it's going to ask you for your name, phone number, and email. You're going to start getting emails. 100%. We want to make sure we do that. Number two is text. We want to have text. Again, these things are pushing them to the action you want them to take. We're not pushing them in 100 different things. But if my goal is to get you to book a call with me and my team to buy our products, I'm going to push you links to text and email that take you to book a call. So this is the sales portion. All right. The next thing we want to have is we want to have automations with delivery. So this is when someone is onboarded. This is when someone closes the deal, right? You just purchased from us. We have automations that help automate that onboarding and delivery, so we don't have to do every part of it. You get emails and texts that take you to our private base camp, that take you to our free school group, or take you to our paid school group. We want to have those different links so that it helps automate that part. If you're unfamiliar with automations, you can either sign up for a 7-day free trial at elite360.io, okay? That's ours, or use whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Think of automations as cars or vehicles. The only thing that you really have to look at is the support. So I obviously think we have a really good support team, but if that's not what you're into, use something else. It doesn't really matter. I've used ActiveCampaign, I've used ClickFunnels, I've used everything, right? Like, it doesn't really matter what you use. You can use MailChimp, Aweber, it doesn't matter. Anything will work as long as it gets the job done. That's super vital.